Hello choir, this week's song Line by Line while we're on lockdown is The Lark in the Clear Air. The tune is a traditional Irish air with words written by Sir Samuel Ferguson, who was born in 1810 and died in 1886, and in addition to being an Irish poet, he was also a barrister. The tune is set beautifully to a piano accompaniment by Phyllis Tate, who comes exactly 101 years after Samuel Ferguson, being born in 1911 and dying in 1987. She is close to us in that she was a member of the Hampstead Music Club, or an active participant in the Hampstead Music Club, I gather. She also wrote an orchestral piece, some light music, in 1958, I think, called London Fields, and the fourth movement is titled Hampstead Heath Rondo for Roundabouts. Not sure which the roundabouts are, but there we go, someone can tell me. Anyway, so back to The Lark in the Clear Air. One of the reasons I like this so much is her piano part is just absolutely mind-boggling, and I'll talk about that later on. You can find also, if you look at the YouTube channel, I've recorded the accompaniment in the key we're going to learn it now, which is the lowest of the keys I've recorded it in, which is G. I've also recorded it in A flat, so a little bit higher, and also in the high key B flat. So if you learn it with this and then go into those videos when you're comfortable with the tune, because it's just the piano part, then you can sing it at a range that you feel suits you better. So it starts with a little introduction, which is the same as the very opening of the verse. So we get as the introduction, and then line by line, so I'll go do a line and then you can repeat it with me. So we get, dear thoughts are in my mind, and my soul soars enchanted. Your turn. After two, 1, 2. Dear thoughts are in my mind, and my soul soars enchanted. With all of these phrases, depending on how fast you want to sing it, I know with me you've got to sing it at my speed, but you'll find people who sing it faster and people who sing it slower. You can, of course, breathe in the middle of some of the lines, make more sense than others. There is possible, and some lines really want to go through, but you need to mark in your copy where you want to take a particularly big breath to make more sense of the text. Anyway, here's line 2, as I hear the sweet lark sing. So I'll sing it first. As I hear the sweet lark sing in the clear air of the day. So that's a good example of a line that's better to go through if you can. Okay, so the second line, your turn. As I hear the sweet lark sing, after 2, 1, 2. As I hear the sweet lark sing in the clear air of the day. Line 3. For a tender beaming smile to my hope has been granted. Your turn, line 3. For a tender beaming smile. 1, 2. For a tender beaming smile to my hope has been granted. Line 4. And tomorrow she shall hear all my fond heart would say. Your turn, line 4, and tomorrow. 1, 2. And tomorrow she shall hear all my fond heart would say. Okay, let's sing all the way through verse 1, and I'll keep playing the tune in the right hand as well, rather than the proper piano part. Dear thoughts are in my mind, and my soul soars enchanted, as I hear the sweet lark sing in the clear air of the day. For a tender beaming smile to my get the same link with a different cadence that I'll talk about later. Okay, let's do verse 2 line by line. So, I shall tell her all my love. I shall tell her all my love, all my soul's adoration. Okay, so it's a bit more declamatory, a bit louder at the start of that verse. Your turn. I shall tell her all my love. 1, 2. I shall tell her all my love, all my soul's adoration. And then it gets quieter and more reflective. And I think she will hear and will not say me nay. And we get one of my most favourite parts of the accompaniment. Anyway, your turn for line 2 of verse 2. And I think she will hear. 1, 2. And I think she will hear and will not say me nay. Line 3. It is this that gives my soul all its joyous elation as I hear the sweet lark sing. Oh, that's line 4. Sorry, let's do line 3. Okay, I got carried away thinking about the wonderful accompaniment that you'll hear later. So line 3, it is this that gives my soul. 1, 2. It is this that gives my soul all its joyous elation. And now line 4. As I hear the sweet lark sing in the clear air of the day. Okay, line 4, your turn. As I hear the sweet lark sing. As I hear the sweet lark sing in the clear air of the day. Okay, let's do all of verse 2. Sorry. Okay, again, I'll keep pumping out your tune. I shall tell her all my love, all my soul's adoration, and I think she will hear and will not say me nay. It is this that gives my soul all its joyous elation as I hear the sweet lark sing in the clear air of the day. Okay, so now I'll try and play the proper accompaniment and sing at the same time, which is never something I'm particularly good at, but let's have a go. Off we go. Dear thoughts are in my mind, and my soul soars enchanted as I hear the sweet lark sing in the clear air of the day. For a tender beaming smile to my hope has been granted, and tomorrow she shall hear all my fond heart would say. I shall tell her all my love, all my soul's adoration, and I think she will hear and will not say me nay. It is this that gives my soul all its joyous elation as I hear the sweet lark sing in the clear air of the day. Okay, so as I said, there are recordings of me just playing the piano part with fewer mistakes available on YouTube So you can sing along to those and listen to them. I'll talk a little bit. I'll play it and sing it in the high key, so you get a chance to see how it is different. But I do want to talk about the piano part because it's such a wonderful piano part. It's basically in 4 parts throughout, and she does it very cleverly. She's got lots of what's called suspensions, and that's where you have you've got a note that agrees with the chord, and then it's held on and suspends to disagree with the next chord, and then resolve. Okay, so that's bar 9 for what it's worth. Going into bar 10, we get a cadential suspension. So there's lots of those to look out for. It's wonderful in its part writing. One of my favourite bits of part writing is in bar 29. There's a tenor part, effectively. In the top part of the right, of the left hand of the piano, has this scale. Okay. If you listen to that in context, we've gone from bar 28. We've got this little consonance, and then we get this scale. Okay, and then it's the part of the right hand to have a scale. Okay, and that's wonderfully emphatic moment and an interesting chord choice for that part. It's incredible. Do listen to the piano part and see what you think. And so we've got the just little twists like the first introduction. Sorry. And then the second link, you know, she's too clever to do something exactly the same, but it's just little and subtle, so she's not, it doesn't sound like she's showing off at any point. And it just makes you go, ooh, what's going to come? And then the piano part goes sort of berserk. Comes in beautifully. Okay, and listen to that bass part effectively. Yeah, from the second beat of bar 25, here's bar 25, the second beat again. Okay, and then I talked about the next bit. Okay, let me have a go at singing and playing at the same time in the high key. If I can find the music, which I have somewhere. Ah, here we go. Okay, just that. Okay, so just a quick sip of water again. I'll do my best to sing and play at the same time. In my mind, and my soul soars enchanted as I hear the sweet lark sing in the clear air of the day. For a tender beaming smile to my hope has been granted, and tomorrow she shall hear all my fond heart would say. I shall tell her all my love, all my soul's adoration, and I think she will hear, and will not say me nay. It is this that gives my soul all its joyous elation, as I hear the sweet lark sing in the clear air of the day. Okay, more my key. I took a very strange breath because try not to think of two things at the same time. I was thinking that when I was teaching you, I could have pointed out that you can really make the most of that kind of closed O vowel to get through the top. It doesn't occur to me so much teaching it to in the lower key for the it is this that gives my soul. Oh, 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 oh. You've got all, there's no strain on the voice if you just keep that rounding, that lip rounding to help you get up there. Anyway, I hope you really enjoy that song. It's one of my favourites. Please enjoy listening to the piano part as well and singing along in the key of your choice. I've also put the Dowland that I put on YouTube last week. I've put the accompaniment on YouTube as well, and I've put Sea Fever on YouTube, which is the first song we learnt, in 2 different keys. Okay, so you can have a go at singing along with that. Have a good week. Bye.